Hi everyone, welcome to Straight from the Divine Tarot. We're Tuesday, October 14th, 2025, and I'm doing another general collective reading. It is a timeless read. You're free to switch the genders and the roles around if you need to. Please use your higher wisdom and discernment, though, when you're listening to general collective readings. They are not a personalized reading. There's thousands of people here, thousands of different energies, okay? So only take what applies and toss the rest. Do yourself that favor. Don't take on anything that you have no proof of, okay? It's very dangerous. Slippery slope when you're dealing with tarot in that respect. I mean, if it was personalized, it's a different story. But because it's very general, okay? Things, I still see it in my comment section, people saying, well, that didn't happen. I don't have this, and I'm not like that at all. I'm not married. Well, then it's not your story, or those parts aren't your story. So leave it alone completely, please. Thank you for being here. I'm truly grateful to each and every one of you. I love you guys so very much. Hopefully you're having a beautiful day. Let's see where we're going to go with this read, shall we? Spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors, the highest white light. What's the message for the collective at this hour, please? Where would you like to go? Creativity. Spirit throne. Get ready to take your throne, or somebody wanted to take your place. They said just take creativity. So that's the overarching energy. You're very creative. The more creative, the more imagination, the more you can manifest quite easily. You could be an artist of any kind. You find creative outlets. It's therapeutic. It really is. And you find creative ways to get yourself out of trouble if trouble arises, and or to help you cope. Congratulations. That's overarching energy. Something to do with location. You might be moving, or somebody found a creative way to make money under the table, I just heard. Not legal, though. Wow. So something could be stealing from you. An earth angel with the wings. This reminds me of a seance. You know how they wrap the table from underneath? Somebody's a charlatan. They could be using your creations to defraud. I don't know. We'll see. Somebody might be looking for your location. Yeah. You're on your purpose. So they're using your creations and saying it's their purpose. They started a crusade against you on purpose. Wow. Good for them. Let's see how that's going to work out. There's going to be something to do with a visitation. Somebody wants to pay you a visit, or they could have done some visiting, astral traveling, you know what I'm saying? They got caught up. Somebody wants to be a wise guy, eh? So you want to be a wise guy. You know what? I should bust their kneecaps, boss. Somebody's working with organized crime, or they think it's always funny. Yeah, doing stuff for entertainment, hurting others, you included, you know what I'm saying? They want attention, or somebody brought some attention to maybe some organized crime that's being done, that's being committed, or a group, and they don't like that. Somebody has addictions. Somebody was playing puppet master here, or they have heavy duty addictions. They like hands up their butts, you know what I'm saying? Yep, going through some sort of self-preservation. They're trying to save their butts, all right. Player energy. Somebody got played. Well, they got played. Okay, they got played. They try to play you. They got played ultimately at the end. Their cards are now showing here. People know exactly who this person is. This is a con person, a con game, I just heard. And they're in trouble. If they're dealing with organized crime, oh yeah. If they're dealing with spirituality, has anything to do with the last read, yeah, they're in trouble. They want you to help them. So they attach somebody, your work, something. You're in service to the divine. Oh boy, I don't want to be them. Yeah. That's why I'm glad I am who I am. I wouldn't want anybody else's problems. Nope. Can't pay me enough. Nope. I take what's mine and mine only. Where are we going with this here? Okay, creativity. It could be stolen music. It could be anything, really. Okay, this doesn't belong here. Just a second. Let me sort out. Get this card out of here. Which one? Adjust, adapt, accommodate, compensate, and balance. They're going to have to compensate you. If they stole any of your creations and made money off of it, yeah. So I'm not in the music industry. I'm just going to give you an example of what I heard. I can't remember who they were talking about, but I overheard somebody speaking about it online. Some of these artists nowadays, okay, a lot of them are rappers. I'm not putting down the rappers, but they still old music, and they try to incorporate it in their raps, whether they have the right to or not. I don't know, but some of them don't. And it's one of those concepts where it's easier to say you're sorry than ask permission. So they just steal the music, make tons of money off of it, and if they get sued, they okay, here's some money, and the money pales in comparison what they pay the actual creator compared to what they make, because now that song's out forevermore, and they're going to keep making money off of it. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't seem fair to me, but there should be some criminal consequences at that, because it's theft, right? Anyways, it's just my theory on it. I mean, it should be criminalized, but it is what it is. Creativity, where are we going with this, please, Spirit? Thank you. Mind games. Emotional interactions involve control and manipulation. So somebody likes to play these games to keep you on edge, so you're not noticing what's happening. You can't defend yourself, or when you do, you question, like, if you find things out, you're going to question your own mind, your own sanity. And that's what a narcissist does. It sounds like it's a narc or worse, right? Yep, you're getting the real story. You know the real story, or people are now finding it out. The true story will come to light. There you go. Somebody could be hiding their location because the true story is coming out. That's the last read. Somebody was really hiding from the public. Uncovered truth. Can't make this up. Uncovered evidence will change your view on things. Doubts are surfacing. This group that was working with this person or these people are now doubting this. They're all getting some karma. They're all being held liable. Someone's trust in you is starting to waver. They gained a new perspective of this person and the situation and of you. Someone helps you see things from a new perspective. Something to do with your inner circle or theirs. You're abandoning them. Are you being excluded from the inner circle? They are, because they caused a lot of drama in this circle with these people. Your social circle is full of dramatic changes, unexpected revelation. A shocking revelation will change your perspective. You are authentic. You are who you say you are. Showing true self courageously. I heard when pigs fly, but what about when horses fly? Pegasus is here. You have wings. What can I say? It is what it is. You're in service to God. You have wings. Need I say more? They barked up the wrong fucking tree. And they shall be dealt with accordingly. Creativity, mind games. Someone's remaining hopeful, inspired, optimistic, and success. They could have been doing jar spells on you, okay? Remember, what they do to you is going to be done to them, but worse. They're hopeful that they could continue these mind games. I don't know. Somebody's very, very salty right now. You remain hopeful. You're not letting them get to you. Salty, angry, and petty. Bitter, angry, and petty. Someone is very bitter, angry, and petty where it comes to you. They wanted payback. I was getting that in the last read. This is payback. You know, like they want to be judge, jury, and executioner. Meanwhile, they're the idiot here. Okay? I don't know. Somebody always goes back to past friends, lovers, or situations. Because I'm picking up lots of wife here. Salty. Oh, why am I stuck? Oh, okay. Let's get one more here. Let's get some more coming out of it. What else can you tell me? I'm picking up, yeah, somebody was wearing a mask, hiding, concealing, deception. You blocked them. There's a lot of distance between you two. Moved on, nothing to say. Stop calling. They're facing the consequences. So this is the group are ignoring this person. They want nothing to do with this person because they're all getting consequences, bad choices, games, and mixed signals. You're glowing up right now. They don't like that. New opportunities, new career, successful business. They're facing chaos. They try to bring chaos into your life, upheaval, disaster, and downfall, right? But, you know, they didn't realize that you're the type that brings order out of chaos. You are the chaos. I don't mean that in a bad way. What I mean is chaos doesn't stick around very long with you. At the eye of the storm, the eye of this hurricane, or this tornado, sorry, it's very calm. And that's where you are. You're at the focal point of this. They were doing stuff against you, about you, behind your back. You're at peace. The chaos is with them. That's what I mean. You're taking time to smell the roses. You're doing you. Congratulations. Someone's daydreaming. You can be daydreaming. Head in the clouds. Delusion. Nope, that's them. Delusions, hopes and dreams that they can have an established life off of you. And a life of luxury off of your pain, off of you. Established, settled, secure, and wealthy. A divine feminine energy. The possibilities for them were endless, okay? And they knew it. But they wanted cheap thrills. Now they're feeling hopeless. Because you're a divine feminine energy, lost, depression, unalive, self-delete, or this is what they wanted for you, to take yourself out while they party and spend your money, right? They burnt their bridges. Lack of trust, disloyal, turned back on. This is a psychopath. They might be getting some time in jail here. They could have called you a psychopath, said that you were demonic, but all the while you were nurturing, loving, kind, you know, mature. And yeah, they want to apologize now for being two-faced. Yeah, this is going to happen today, or it's happening today. They want to get into your energy here, good vibes, because they're feeling stagnant right now, feeling sorry for themselves, stuck, dead, and frozen. They need your nurturing, mentorship, wisdom, and giving back. They want that. There's no word of a lie. When you're loved by a divine being, whether it's romantic love, a family, a friend, you don't forget that. It's true love. It's unconditional love. And you'll never get that. It's hard to get that back again. Once you lose it, you give back, right? They never gave back to you. You're being protected. There you go. From your family. Or Archangel Michael's protecting you from whatever this is in your family. Protection, prevented from harm, divine intervention, blood ties, and inner circle. So again, the inner circle. They could have excluded you. But really, it's rejection's God's protection. Archangel Michael's protecting you. Again, I said it in the last read, God sees all. He knows all. He knows exactly what lays in their heart, what they had intended for you. And that's why it didn't pan out for them. You're highly protected. Shame on them. Shame on them. They wanted to play? Huh? Okay, do you want the money card? It says something to do with money, status, energy, setting you up, making you look a certain way. You know, false narrative, creativity. So they're doing all kinds of things to get to you, to hurt your health, I just heard. They could have been bringing a lot of stress into your world one way or another, drying up your money, making people turn away from you, arguing with you, causing a lot of upset, sending confusion and chaos, spells. I don't know, they're doing all kinds of things trying to affect your health. They want you gone. They want you busy. They don't want you figuring it out, but you already did. You knew from the get-go, I just heard. I just heard that. You knew. You had to sit silently and watch it play out. It's like a movie. I'm sure it angered you, upset you, broke your heart. And sometimes you even laughed at them. You know what I'm saying? It's like a movie. They only succeeded in playing mind games with themselves and the people working with them. Gaia, it's over. This is the world here. Mother Nature. Family tree. Lineage. Wow. Trust that the universe has a bigger plan for you than you can imagine. Protecting the planet, using herbs, or working with nature in some way. Spend time in nature to heal, soothe your mind, and regroup. Congratulations. You're firmly rooted here. Firmly planted in where you need to be, doing what you need to do. And it's a tough choice. Should I or shouldn't I go? Should I go? Shouldn't I? Should I stay? Should I stay and be abused some more, or used, or potentially put in danger? Or this is a tough choice of the people that you were dealing with. Unsure what to do next. Choosing between evils. Get advice and wait for clarity. So somebody's, yeah, making a choice between two evils here. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. So they're in trouble no matter what. And that's why they're feeling salty. They gossiped about you, or other people are gossiping about them now. There's some buzz about around what you're doing right now. Minimize drama and take personal responsibility to act with integrity. So somebody might, or some people might come towards you and feel sorry for spreading gossip or continuing gossip. Your personal challenges might be distracting you from your work. So somebody's a big gossip. You know, gossip is a form of spell work. It really is. Look it up if you don't believe me. It's online, small world. It could be in your community or like online communities. Something to do with a small world. It reminds me of, like, for me, certain people in my life. They seemed distant, like they didn't know one another. They didn't interact. But at the end of the day, they did. They had commonalities, common people linking them together. That's what I'm picking up here. Harmful gossip at work, telecommuting, commuting, on the go, new adventures, and reputation. They try to hurt your reputation. Losing interest, not finding enough payoff. Yep, some people are walking away here. They're losing more than they're gaining. Looking for more stimulation, make it fun, stay invested. Somebody's unqualified, or they claim that you're unqualified doing whatever you do. Lacking work experience, can't get promoted, try classes or internship. So somebody didn't finish their schooling for whatever reason. Hey, no shade. Didn't prepare for the future. Maybe they had a job for maybe they were, I don't know, a housewife or house husband, or maybe they spent their whole life on addictions and not working. I don't know what this is. But whatever they are, they have no qualifications to pull themselves out of this. Or somebody without qualifications were making decisions about you and your life, your finances. Yeah, this is unfulfilled. They have unfulfilled promises, I heard. Not the right career for you, lost, wanting more, broke, finding meaningful work. So they came after your work. They wanted to make the money you were making, or have, if you're out there, if you're a creator, if you're an artist, they wanted to be seen as you. Now somebody was trying to pay off somebody's silence. They want you to keep silent. They're unable to say, this is a glutton. I knew I felt that. Someone's living paycheck to paycheck, not planning for the future, trim expenses, invest more. So they love to spend money, especially money that they stole from you. Yeah, you're a windfall. You're the money they were making. You're about to receive a financial windfall or pay raise. Your finances are currently in a positive cycle. Now is the perfect time to treat yourself or make that big purchase. Oh, so they thought. So they made a bunch of big purchases. They didn't save, and now that's a bad decision here because everything's falling apart on them. Not thinking things through, unable to open new doors, take time out and talk it over. Yeah, they wanted to take a leadership role in your life, and they're having a meltdown. Somebody with a leadership role is having a meltdown. If this is anything to do with the inheritance or life insurance or something like that, somebody's losing their job. They're all losing their jobs here. They made an offering to the old stinky here. They're defiant. They diluted something. And now the door's closing on them. It is what it is. I'm picking up dilute. By the time they come back towards you and apologize and do a song and dance, they're going to dilute the truth. But you know the truth. Wise creativity here. Mind games, hopeful, and Gaia. So they're hoping to play some more games with you online. Hoping that if you're working online, they're hoping to score more money off of you online or to dry up your money online. Scarcity tactics, right? Hoping that that'll do the trick. This could be past, present, or future. And how they didn't want to give you any options. I was picking this up this morning too. For some of you, some of this might be there. You have an axe, a really dirty fucking axe. Okay, any port in a storm will do anything. You know what I'm saying? Any Tom, Dick, or scary, male or female, doesn't matter. Not very particular. They have too much focus on schmecks. They were a part of trying to steal an inheritance. They were used. This could be a love bomber they sent your way to destabilize you or something, or to infect you with an STD or something like that. Some sort of warlock. Anyways, this person, where was I going with this? Right. Wanted to dry up your money, push everybody out of your life, wanted you completely alone at their mercy so they can pimp you out, make money off you. because they were doing that with other females. Okay, that's only for a few of you. They were doing that with other females and males. They were trying to rope in some younger males that look in their teens or early 20s. Get them addicted to substances and then throw them out in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Having no... Families turn their backs on you. You have no money. You lost your job, lost your home, all your friends. That's how they do it. Thank you, Spirit. Heartbroken. Could be a third-party situation, or it doesn't have to be smacks. It could be anybody inserting themselves where they didn't belong. They're heartbroken now. What goes around comes around. You know what I'm saying? Overarching energy. 10 of Pentacles again. This is the inheritance, family. Long-term stability, long-term relations, generational wealth, and or a legacy. It's a 10, meaning this is a completion. This is ending here. The tree of life, family. They're scared. They lost control of a situation. They have no honor, no integrity, no loyalty. They've been humbled. Out of control. They can't overcome you. They can't overpower you. Yep. They tried to attack you here. They made up allegations or accusations that were unfounded. Somebody didn't protect you or defend you, your honor or your interest. They wanted you to compete. You're not going to compete because you don't compare, right? Somebody they have no defense for what they've done, and they have no protection. They don't have the advantage. You peeped their game. You saw through the illusions, or other people are, okay? Distancing yourself, and or other people are distancing themselves from this person. They can't bind you. They can't attach this false narrative to you. You have no addictions, obsessions, or codependency issues. You're not toxic. It could have something to do with a non-binding agreement and or contract as well. Somebody didn't pay their taxes. Somebody wants to apologize. You're innocent. It's something to do with a child. If they do apologize, remember there's a fish in this cup. Okay, this is a new beginning. Somebody has a crush on you. Somebody got curious here. Yes, the truth. You are the truth. Okay, truth and clarity. It's a breakthrough. You took a different approach. They wanted to cut you out of something. They wanted to play with your crown chakra. They wanted to be crowned. This is a breakthrough, though. They want to talk to you. Yeah, they're getting some karma. They didn't believe in karma. That's coming back on them. They have to overturn something in the court of law. Something's falling back onto them. This is a reversal of fortune, a change of direction. They may have wanted to steal your destiny or stop your destiny. They found out the truth of your destiny. You are in your destined path. Okay, they are trying to take you off path. Yeah, you're getting some justice. They're getting some karma. Karma. Twice now. Okay, this is a reckoning. This is karma. It's a balancing of the scales. This is fairness now. This is a gold digger and a cloud chaser. Very materialistic, greedy, and selfish. Male or female, place the genders where it belongs in these reads, please. This is someone who's greedy and jealous and lazy. They're corrupt. They use, they bully people. They look for ways to make money off of people. So, low life. Male or female. This is a bully. Somebody's corrupt. They're more concerned with their image and what money can buy. Spendthrift, a bully. Not very good with money. But they're right in there, aren't they? Eyeballing what you got. Yep, 6 of Wands. They were bragging and showing off. This is going to be public here. They could have said something on public record or publicly about you. This is victory, success, reward, recognition. They kept doing something over and over again, didn't want to stop or learn a lesson. This is somebody that's resisting change. You're not unalived. They can't unalive you. Or they don't want to be unalive. Take it for whatever this is. But this is a permanent, profound ending for whomever this is. It's getting old. It's getting tiring. They can't overcome something. They were bragging and showing off. Someone's coming to light here. 4 of Pentacles. They got to let this go. Somebody's unstable and insecure. Only insecure people act like this. Okay, they can't hold you back. They want to open up to you now. They have no protection. They have to take accountability. They're going to have to let go, or they're getting let go. They have to take accountability. Somebody wants to open up and commit to you now. Oh, boy. You're dependable, reliable. Careful. This is your rite of passage. You're not lazy. Yeah, they paid for magic. They paid, or they got paid for magic. Just lies, illusions, disappointments. Yeah. Deception here. It could be corruption as well. They have to take some ownership. Okay. They don't have all the resources they need. They don't want you taking action. Somebody's very unfocused. Loss of power, loss of control, truth and clarity. You're happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. They were trying to manipulate. This is a trickster, a player, master manipulator. You're happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is illumination. They're being exposed here. You were speaking the truth all along. They feel like a fool, or they try to play you for a fool. You're innocent. You took a leap of faith. You have a new beginning here. A new life is starting for you. It's adventurous. You're not taking much with you. You don't have any good memories where you were. You have an adventurous side to you. An innocent side. It doesn't mean that you're gullible or naive like they might have thought. It just means that you're innocent. You're pure. It doesn't mean that you're not a sinner or you're not guilty of doing things in the past. It's the type of person where you have a childlike essence about you. If you hurt somebody, it hurts you. You truly are sorry. You make a point not to do it again if you have offended or hurt somebody, right? That doesn't mean that you're weak. Your kindness doesn't mean you're weak at all. It means you're very strong. Stronger than these bozos, I'll tell you that much. Yeah, they try to hurt you. They did too much. Somebody could have gotten unalived or injured. The truth is out here. You're innocent. They did too much. Now they want to take these swords out of your back and put something to rest with you. They want peace now. They want to heal. Somebody could have got injured and they healed. They've been sitting on the truth. You've known the truth all this time. It broke your heart to not say anything. You had to wait for this to play out possibly. Or they've been sitting on the truth. Yeah, about the past, about family, children, siblings, cousins, or a past life soulmate. They want to reconcile. People see you're innocent. You're getting your flowers. You deserve your flowers. You healed your inner childhood wound. So you're at peace. You're healed. Yeah, no longer heartbroken. In the past, they were talking shit about you. Could have been a lot of mental, emotional, verbal, and psychological abuse that they subjected you to. But you've healed. You remain balanced. They may want forgiveness now and reconcile with you. You poured all that love that you deserved and they denied you into yourself. You're very balanced. You're very fair and patient. You're healed. You're a healer. You're a teacher. You're at peace. They might want to reconcile with you here. You got to balance something out with you. This is a blessing in disguise for you, whatever this is. You alchemize and transmute things. Make things better in your life, right? Yeah, this was bad investment. They're overestimating themselves. They didn't want to invest in you, so you invested in yourself. This is a misappropriation of funds. They got to balance this out with you. They spent all their money. The money they stole from you, stole from others. Now they want to come back towards you. Yeah, I don't think so. They have to relocate. That's why. Yeah, they lied. They spread rumor, gossip, and slander about you. This is news they don't want to hear. You get what you give with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. They don't have the proof they need to pull this off. Whether it's ID, your signature, or a person, you. Somebody was jealous of you and they abused you. And they were petty and they were cruel. They're stalking you, harassing you. This was a bad, bad investment. This is news they don't want to hear. People are mad at them. They're fighting with them because they got them compromised here. They didn't want people investing in you because they didn't want people getting curious and finding shit out. Finding out that you're balanced, you're healthy. Could be an earth angel. You're divine. You're protected by the angels here. Yeah, you overcame, persevered, you put up boundaries. They're trying to block you because they're paranoid right now. They're very defensive. You won a lot of battles here. There's a lot of emotional wounding. They're trying to block your money. Their money's being blocked. Block your opportunities. Block your spiritual gifts. Yeah, they're paranoid right now. You're unbothered here, okay? Or they're going to have to let this go or give up. Some sort of gatekeeper. The gate's wide open, though. What is this? A payment of some sort? This is tangible. This is something you literally is tangible. It's not make-believe, okay? They want to fight you for this money, for this opportunity. You know exactly who this fucktard is. Yeah. It's power of attorney, or this is a doppelganger making money off of you, off of your work, your creativity. This is somebody's chaotic and greedy and selfish and jealous. They went to the crossroads, made a decision, watching you from afar. You're still moving forward. They were making plans here to attack you. There you go. They were making plans and went to the crossroads. They're putting out some feelers maybe, or you see high. You see from a higher vantage point here for sure. You had vision, yeah, they're blocking your vision, blocking your decisions. No, they don't want you making taking any action against them. Whatever this says, they have an STD. They don't want you taking action, like going to a law and order or a judge or a lawyer, or this is Archangel Michael, being blocked by Archangel Michael. Somebody could have an STD. This is no passionate opportunities, no growth, expansion, no new beginnings. They can't come with you. You're looking at your future. They can't come with you. They're trying to block you from seeing. Yeah, trying to block you from seeing that they want to come back. Block from coming back towards you. They have to cut their losses. Somebody doesn't want to move on, though. They're sinking their heels in. Digging in their heels. They don't want to move on. They're really emotionally invested in whatever this is. They got an STD and they want to come back towards you. Yeah. This is secrets here. Lots of lies, illusions, deception, doing magic. They're going towards lack and loss, poverty. This is hurting their confidence. They want to hurt your confidence. You're a confident person, I heard. On the outside looking in. They followed somebody out into the cold. Somebody's going to be asking for a handout, or they're panhandling somewhere. They're in their emotions. Damn. They're blocked from coming back towards you, and they're scared. Why? Or they have an STD and they're scared, or they claimed you had an STD and they're scared. This is all to gain control over you, or whatever, your finances or something. Seeing clearly what's been happening here. You're not indecisive. Okay, you're not in denial either, not mentally conflicted. There's no more stalemate. You're not afraid to make a decision. Somebody's getting let go. They want you to unblock them? I don't think so. This is a poor decision here. Lack of awareness, acceptance, and accountability. They don't see this coming. You did. That's the point. You have vision. If this is a court case, a judgment's gone against them. Definitely from the divine. This is no second chances. It's karma time. They don't want to take accountability? Too bad. It could be the authorities coming through, the chariot. They misjudged you, thinking that you would never be able to overcome this, and you did. You're leaving them behind. Oh, surely they'd never leave me behind. Surely they love me. Yeah, well, you can love people from a distance, though, okay? Unkind people, why would you want to be around unkind people who want to take you out, who want the worst for you? Go away. No second chances here, okay? They don't want to take accountability for some sort of messages. Somebody's assessed a situation. You're having a new beginning here. You're very creative. Oh, and inspiring. This is good news for you. You're a leader. There's going to be a communication from a leader. This could be you or someone else, male or female. You do the right things, okay? You take the noble approach. You protect and defend the underdog. You take calculated risks because you're okay if you lose. You know, you don't put everything in one basket. And whatever this is, relationships, money, you take calculated risks. Like you say, okay, I'm going to open a business, and if it doesn't pan out for me the next 2 years, I'll close it down. I'm putting this amount of money aside, and that's all I could lose. Any more than that, no. Close the doors. Or this is somebody that's going to protect you. It's a leader. This is an actual leader who's very innovative, creative. This could be you or someone else. It's good news. Somebody assessed the situation and found that somebody bore false witness. Somebody was doing divination abuse. Oh, sorry about the background noise. Didn't pay you. Somebody took a huge gamble and lost. Somebody didn't want to learn their lessons, or they didn't follow up on something important here. Somebody could have lost a child. Somebody was very immature. Lazy, don't want to put the work in, and disrespectful. Can't pay for a car or for travel. Definitely didn't want to learn a lesson. Didn't want anybody investing in you. Didn't want to start off small. Wanted to just get to the top real quick. playing games here. Making a head over heart decision, weighing options. So they're trying to decide between the two evils here. You're still in alignment. This is a clown playing games. Somebody was juggling you or money, trying to keep something afloat. Somebody's very superficial, selfish, and greedy, selfish, needy, seedy, crybaby. You know, they use emotions to get their way. Very neglectful, don't care who they hurt. Very deceptive, unbalanced emotionally. There's going to be some fast communication, action, and or travel here. Something's happening quickly. There's vultures here. Vultures are circling. So this Queen of Cups, male or female, was launching things towards you. Or communicating with others about you. All negatively, it's all vultures, right? Yeah. This is not wish fulfillment. They don't want this getting out. They don't want you having wish fulfillment. This person's in their south node. If they're doing spell work, they're doing spell work without protection here. People are losing faith in this person. Definitely didn't want you having wish fulfillment. Losing hope, maybe feeling ashamed of themselves here. Didn't want to let go. It didn't serve. They didn't see this coming. They're not the star, okay? It is not their inspiration. It's not their work. They're not balanced. They're not a healer. They didn't foresee this. They had no foresight. They got to give this up. Their plans are falling apart, and they're not prepared. They're grieving and regretting. There's a parting of ways. Very disappointing. Yep. They're going towards bankruptcy. They breadcrumbed you, used and abused you. They treated you horribly. They are in debt, or they really wanted you to be in debt or to seem unstable. There's some sort of middle person here that they can't have payback. They can't. This is fraud and theft. Okay, whatever it is. They lost a lot of money. Secrets are coming out. They lost a hell of a lot of money paying for. They're getting blackmailed maybe by a dark high priest or priestess. This was unwise counsel. They were talking shit about you because they were greedy and selfish, materialistic, a gold digger and a cloud chaser. They didn't know their value and their worth, and they were jealous of you. Somebody can't be trusted here, okay? They're very bad with money and the world. They kept doing something over and over again. If they're online, they're losing their platform. They can't make money offline. If it's a website or something like that, they kept doing something over and over again. Now the chickens are coming home to roost. It's coming to bite them in the ass. It's unfinished business here. They have to return something to you. They were playing a lot of major games with you. People don't want this conflict. Damn. They're fighting, finger pointing, blaming one another in this group. You're not competing. You will not be an option. They're grieving and regretting and crying over spilt milk here. They're having a pity party. The worst has happened. This is a nightmare because you don't care anymore. You're not worried. They're going to try to justify and rationalize what they've done. They're being exposed here. They're being exposed for sure. There's an investigation. They lied, cheated, and or stole. This was a scam artist. They were doing magic. They're having casual hookups. If they have an STD, they're the ones. They're the reason. It has nothing to do with you. This was a love bomber they sent towards you to destabilize you, infect you, harm you. They didn't want you having friends, love, and or support. Yeah, somebody's non-committal. This is your fucked up family sent them in. They stole property. They really wanted you to be homeless and unstable. The party's over. This is a player energy, non-committal. They did something too quickly. Maybe their phallus is on fire. They're trying to avoid a tower moment, so they want to come back in. They did something too quickly. Somebody could have had an internal disruption. Yeah, they wanted to scapegoat you. Something's burning in their pants, male or female. This is the end of a family or group. This is a homewrecker. This is not a happily ever after. They're stuck. They try to sacrifice you. They're trapped. They're causing delays here. They're waiting for something. There's no illumination. They don't want people to really see the truth here. They got bit by a snake and now they want to, they're going to jail or they're stuck, trapped. It's a waiting game. They wanted you stuck in struggling. They tried to restrict you, trying to attach this false narrative to you, keep you in your head. Yeah, they're going to jail. It's a hoe bag. Okay, they're doing magic. This is a hoe bag. They're angry. They're jealous. They're abusive. They're a bully. They destroy. They don't create. They're not very independent. They lost their job. They tried to get you to lose your job or whatever they tried to do didn't work. They're not There's no self-mastery here at all. They don't want to work. No discipline. Somebody's lazy. Whatever they tried to do to pass you off as a whole bag, it didn't work. All right? They're trying to cost you your job. They're going to lose their job. I don't know. They're angry. Yeah, it's a parting of ways here. Lack of trust. Don't see eye to eye. Not getting along. It could be a karmic soul tie. No harmony here. Third parties partying all the time. Somebody's on their own. Divorce or separation. It's a group, cult, covens. It could be a friend that got involved. Wise guy, I just heard. Wow, okay, it's corruption, involved in corruption. This was a crime. This was abuse. They infected and or endangered others, and this is really recklessness. A third-party situation. If somebody's made a decision, you've ascended, you used your higher wisdom. It's a contract of some sort. A third party got in between. They wanted a life of luxury off of you. They really wanted to make you look unstable. They don't want to work. They don't want to be alone. This is a financial crime. They're insecure, unstable, codependent, clingy. This is a narcissist, sociopath, or psychopath. They lied. It's a pathological liar. User, abuser, cold, calculating, and cruel. Self-serving. They only do things for themselves. Liar, pants on fire. Very abusive. No authority. Everything that comes out of their mouth is a lie. Male or female, place the genders where it belongs. People have lost a lot of money. They could be going from place to place right now. Yeah, they got a lot of burns on their backs here. This is heartless, cruel, showing no compassion, just draining people all the time. No new beginnings here, okay? This is not peace. Third party situation, collaboration. They want your help, even though they showed you no love. Yeah, running out of options, don't have a choice. Something to do with a contract. All illusions. They're going to say, I want to work with you. Help me. I'll drop my side pieces here. Yeah, somebody got demoted, lost their position in a group, family, and or at work. Somebody's partying all the time. This is not wish fulfillment. It's a big fall from grace. You're going to be speaking your truth. This could be law and order, doctor. It could be some sort of professional or speaker. But you're very discerning, wise, astute, very intelligent and intuitive. You're not going to suffer this full gladly. They could have caused a lot of people's lives to change here. Or you speaking your truth has caused change, good change. You're not wasting your time with this person. You have no more patience with this person. Okay? This could be a doctor or somebody else, a law and order. This is embarrassing and disgraceful. They wanted to embarrass and disgrace you. You got to let this go. They're holding a grudge against you because you're not speaking the truth. You spoke the truth from the get-go. Or doctors or lawyers or somebody's finding out the truth. If it is an STD or if it's just anything else they tried to pin on you. Yeah, they're going towards lack and loss and poverty here. They wanted you to be really hurt. They tried to hurt every aspect of your life so they could be a king, an emperor. You bossed up, took back your power. This could be a father, a boss, or a leader. You have authority or jurisprudence. What the hell? Jurisdiction. This is authority, power. This is the authorities coming through. Bringing back balance, radical acceptance. They need to take accountability and bring back balance to a situation. This is awareness. You overcame. You're moving on. This is universally driven. This is victory. They need to take accountability. They can't get away from this. They can't move on. They're in hot water. And they're having an emotional outburst right now. King of Cups, male or female, they're drinking, they're in their feelings, and they can't move on. They're really malicious, ruthless, and cruel, and careless, emotionally manipulative, emotionally unavailable, and immature, very self-serving and self-absorbed, sexually dangerous. Yeah, they're not getting out of this. Now they're crying. Now they're crying. Could be a baby daddy, could be a father figure, doesn't have to be, could be a female and masculine energy. They're very unstable, unbalanced, very manipulative emotionally, okay? They can't manipulate you or anybody else ever again, okay? The jig is up, okay? The light's shining on this person and what they're like. Now that everybody sees it, has experienced it, they're not going to get away with this crap anymore. Stealing your creativity, getting paid under the table. Found creative ways to get paid under the table with your credit, with your life, with your essence, your energy. Good for them. The real story's coming out, and there's a tough choice for somebody here. The true story will come to light. Unsure what to do next. Choosing between the evils. Get advice and wait for clarity. Something to do with online or moving and or the world here. The world is your oyster, family, having roots, lineage. Trust that the universe has a bigger plan for you than you can imagine. Protecting the planet using herbs or working with nature in some way. Spend time in nature and heal, soothe your mind, and regroup. So you might need to get back out into nature. A naturalist, I heard. But it's a tough choice here because you could be working online and they're stealing your creations. They don't want you working online because then people know that you're not sick or you're not unalived or you're not crazy, whatever this is. They're trying to hide you. I don't know. Somebody's feeling real salty here because you're the salt of the earth. Bitter, angry, and petty. Or they claimed you were. Yeah, I don't think so. These are playing mind games with you, right? Emotional interactions involve control and manipulation. They're hoping they can still manipulate you or others. Give me a break. They're hoping these jar spells will work. Give me a break. Inspired, optimistic, and success. You remain hopeful because you have everything to look up to or look forward to. You did the work, right? This is your work. You're giving back hope to people. You're very inspirational. Stay optimistic. Success is around the corner if you haven't received it yet, okay? This is somebody that thought they're going to make a pile of money off of you, and how are they going to know? They're going to be gone by the time they realize. How would they know? Yeah, if this is a narcissist, psychopath, or whatever, right? These types of people really think that everybody thinks a lot like them. They really think everybody acts like them, thinks like them, conniving like them, will go to the lowest of the lows like them. And no, they don't understand that people don't do that. Normal people don't act like this. They're not always lying. They're not always cheating. They're not always thieving and or unaliving. They're not always doing magic, but these people certainly do, okay? Those stupid nothing. Come back here. 4, Emperor, but this came out in the reverse, isn't it? Put it back, okay. Try it again. If it's meant to come out again, it will again. So where are we going with this, please? Spirit, how are we ending this read for the collective at this hour? 32, higher powers involved. Something to do with a marriage or an institution or a belief system. You could be high ranking, spiritually speaking. They wanted to keep you asleep and others asleep. They had their tentacles on everybody here. They just wanted to get a hold of you. You know what I mean? Here's the jellyfish. So they had sorry if you're part of this group. No offense, but I'm just going to see. I'm just saying what I see here, okay? So this group of the flying monkeys. And this is senseless, no brains. Didn't use their own critical thinking skills. They just went with what this person said. They did what this person wanted them to do. 24, yes. It's like very karmic situation. It's a lesson. It's not a blessing. Didn't use their higher wisdom. And now they're facing the consequences for bad decisions. This is a false contract, whether in the ethers or 3D or both. Their way or the highway. No harmony, no peace or harmony. Yep, it's manipulation. A lot of illusions here. Deception, magic, corruption, out of control, wearing a mask. They don't want you taking action now. That's just too bad. They're scared. This is it's karma. It's a Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Karma, judgment in reverse. 32. Wish. That's what it is. The universe is conspiring in your favor now, and it's time to make a wish. A big wish. If there's something you want that you haven't let yourself believe in, go ahead and believe. Belief is what turns wishes into reality. That's how you manifest. But do be careful what you wish for. Be specific. Don't ask for true love if your environment can't sustain it. It's true. Don't ask for Brad Pitt. You know what I mean? Or, I don't know, next hottest girl or something like that. You know that's not going to happen, right? Chances are it won't happen. Don't ask for a happy ending if you aren't prepared to compromise. So if you want a relationship, but you don't want to have an equal give and take, don't ask for a relationship. If you want a job, but you don't really want to work, you just need money, you know what I'm saying? Not willing to do the work. The process of making your wish will clarify what needs to change in your life to make room for it. And then poof, your wish will come true. It's in the upright. You do get more than one wish, but use them wisely. That reminds me, maybe somebody tried to sum up a gin or something. Oh dear, I wouldn't be wanting to play with those things. Bunch of idiots. Oh well, live and learn. Strategy. Yes, this looks bad, but don't panic. Keep your wits about you and calmly assess the situation. What skills do you have that can be helpful here? Cleverness, stealth, speed. That's what got them in trouble. What tools or weapons are at your disposal? Distraction, negotiation. That's what got them in trouble. The element of surprise. Carefully strategize the best way to proceed. Once you've escaped this predicament, look back at how it developed and plan ahead for next time. In the reverse, strategy doesn't matter much if you share it with everyone. Keep silent until you're ready to act. So this person was bragging. Like I said, they were bragging that everything they were doing to you, it was so funny. People are talking. People got, this person could have really fucked over some people here, and now they're angry, and now they're singing. You know what I'm saying? Denial. The world can be a mean, scary place. Sometimes you need to shut out all the ugliness and only give your attention to pleasant, pretty things. But you've taken it too far. Don't cover your ears and deny reality. When you're in denial about your problems and hope they go away on their own, you may put yourself in danger. Even a small difficulty can easily become a real mess if you refuse to deal with it. Like if you find a little lump on your junk, you know, a blister, something that doesn't look right, doesn't smell right, get your fucking ass to the doctor. Don't go around and keep using it with unsuspecting people. Raw dogging it. Now, cover it up. In the dark aspect, pain and fear are helpful tools that alert you when something's wrong. Don't ignore them. So, it hurts when you pee? Yeah, don't ignore it. Idiots! Who are you dealing with? Who are you dealing with? I don't know why people do this. Unbelievable. Well, they want to make it look like you got this problem. No, you don't. Where are we going? Who are we dealing with here? These are annoying people. The heartbroken. This archetype is constantly finding the one and ending up in heartbreaking connections. So they move from one person to the next quite often. You know what I'm saying? It's the love of my life. 2 weeks later, they're on to somebody else. That's the love of their life. That didn't work out. They're on to somebody else. The gel pack. Dating someone who is hot and cold just makes you feel bad about yourself. So they're playing a lot of mind games here. The X-File. Dating history reporter. So you kind of know. So other people know their strategy, their history now. You need their history because maybe somebody did get sick. I don't know. The serial dater. The serial dater loves the thrill of the chase and the excitement of the beginning. So this is somebody they sent your way to infect you. The concealer, conceptualization specialist. They like to conceal a lot, right? Like their blisters. The player. These archetypes must deal with multiple people at the same time, so they usually have incredibly good time management. Or not. They make you wait, right? You have to wait for them. They don't wait for you. And the late realization. As soon as he thinks or she thinks, you might have moved on and are no longer a possibility. He wants you or she wants you again. Well, I'd say I was picking that up too. That's so weird because I can't get into the specifics. But I was picking this up yesterday, the day before. Whoever you're dealing with, they were so sure that you'd be sitting at home pining away over them and crying, not dating, blah, 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 because you're that type of person. You know, you heal first before you go on to another relationship, or they thought they ruined all relationships for you, and they were very cocky about it, and they were going out and playing, so they weren't paying attention to what you were doing, and to their own demise, because you've healed, and you're moved on, and you're doing very great. You know, you're doing very well in life, and they have egg all over their face, makes them look like the liar they are, right? This is somebody that your family or somebody wanting money from you hired to come after you, to infect you, to destabilize you, to give you a really bad reputation, whatever this is. Dirty. I hear dirty. This person's a dirty person. They wanted that to rub off on you. It's all giggles. It's all funny, right? Until somebody loses their junk. And the truth comes out about it. Oh dear. Isn't that funny? Yeah, that's funny. That's funny, right? Let's laugh. Let's laugh some more. I don't think they're laughing right now. Congratulations. This is all coming to an end. This is really sordid. This was a long, drawn-out journey for you. So celebrate when it all comes crashing down. Not celebrating their pain, because then you're just no good. I mean, that's no good, I meant to say, but you're just basically doing what they do. They laugh at other people's pain, and I don't think you do that, being a divine being. But what I'm saying is, when this is all said and done, celebrate yourself. You're going to look back and you're going, oh my gosh, when you get the truth. Wow. Okay, so that's why, the divine and the angels are leading you, and your ancestors, they are guiding you. They guided you throughout this whole thing. One day, one particular day, you might have taken a left instead of a right, and you don't know why you did that, but they were guiding you. Because if you had taken that right, things might not have turned out so well for you. And you're going to see that. It's going to hit you. It's going to hit you. That how close you were a couple of times to, you know what I mean? Maybe losing your life or losing everything and not being able to retrieve it all. But see, the divine works mysterious ways. What he does is he likes to kill multiple birds with one stone. So this is not only helping you in getting your justice and other people that potentially went through the same thing at the hands of these people, but he's also proving to the world he exists. There's no greater mission than that, to give people hope again and relief again, and to scare the shit out of these evil ones. Because, they deny him. They denied him for how long they've been denying him. Ah, boy, Peter, you don't deny God. I think Peter knew that, right? You find out the hard way. Because then you get put on that cross yourself upside down, and you suffer. Yes, suffer. It doesn't hurt to do the right things. It doesn't hurt to be kind. But these people, it's going to hurt them. It is. Because they went after it. They went there. So congratulations, okay? I love you, and until next time, take care.